Welcome to another episode of Supernatural Stories. Today, we have a story from Afik. The story is from his father, Asman, who stayed in an old hospital in Johor Bahru. The name of the hospital will not be said, but you guys can figure it out. It's in Johor. So, the story starts here. At that time, my dad had been in a motorcycle accident, so they conveyed him to the nearest hospital in Johor Bahru. So, I will be telling the story from his dad's point of view. I was riding on the expressway late at night and I suddenly got hit by a car. I fell, sliding on the road, tearing my skin, and what I know is my elbow hurt very bad. The next thing I remembered was the driver asking me if I was okay. And then there was the lights flashing. I passed out, and when I was awoken again, I was in an ambulance going to a hospital in Johor Bahru. Inside the hospital, I went through surgery and stitches to cover up some of the open wounds. And what I know when the doctor told me was my elbow was broken. So I stayed there a while for a few days. My family visited me, brought me food, and left during the night. As I said, the hospital is old. I'm not really a believer in ghosts, but this encounter made me believe in them. For the first night, I did not feel anything weird. What I saw when I was about to close my eyes was shadows walking around inside the hospital room. But I did not think much because maybe I was just dizzy from all the medications I took. The next day, my family visited. We talked. They asked me how was I. And in the evening, I was alone again. I know the bed next to me had an old man staying. Sometimes when I stood up, I would see him. So during the night, I can see the man laying down on the bed. Soon after, I fell asleep. I woke up at 3 in the morning to some noise on the window. Knocking sounds. I sit up, looked around, and I saw nothing. So I went back to lay down, and I fell asleep again. The next thing I remembered was I woke up at 3:45 a.m., going to 4. It was still dark. And when I opened my eyes, what I saw was the old man at the window knocking. And grunting. I quickly covered my face with the blanket, thinking the old man is crazy. The weird part is when I woke up in the morning, there was no old man in the next bed. And when the nurse came to give me my medicine, I asked the nurse, what happened to the old man beside my bed? She said, what old man? I said, the guy beside my bed. She said, there was no one for the past 2 days staying on that bed. Confused, I said, never mind. Also, not trying to look crazy, I just ignored that topic and we changed to talk about my medications. When my family came, I asked them the same question. Did they see the old man beside my bed? They said there wasn't anybody when they visited. So I said it's okay. And we talked about something else. So it was evening again, and they left. That night, I felt tired, so I fell asleep around 8 to 9 p.m. While sleeping, I was awoken again to the same knocking sound on the window. At this point, because I know there was no old man beside me and what I saw the previous night was something else, I was scared and I covered my ears with a pillow. The next thing I heard was something calling my name. Then growling. When I opened my eyes to look around the room, what I saw was a white figure wrapped up like a dead body, jumping around in the corner of the room near the window. It was hopping and hopping, hopping and hopping, and then I hear it again. Very scared now, I quickly pressed the nurse call button and the nurse came. I told her what happened and she said there was nothing there. So I asked her to accompany me for the night, and she did. Knowing I had company, I fell asleep. Suddenly, I felt tapping on my shoulder, followed by a voice calling me. Cik Asman, it's 5. Cik Asman. Before I opened my eyes, I smell a strong flowery scent. Curious, I slowly opened my eyes. What I saw was not a nurse. I saw a horrifying, disfigured face with long black hair in white. Scared and in shock, I quickly closed my eyes again, and then suddenly I can hear something laughing in the room. closed my eyes, continued closing my eyes, until the sound stopped. I opened. Looking around, there was nothing there. Suddenly, the light starts to flicker. And when I looked outside the window, I saw that same white figure, which I thought was the nurse, outside. And I heard laughing. Throughout the night, I was scared. But, as I said, I thought it was the nurse calling me at 5 a.m. But when I look at my phone, after seeing that thing, it was just only 3. The whole night, I tried to distract myself, plugging in my earpiece, watching video. And when the sun was out, thank God, there was nothing scary in that room. On that very day, I was discharged. When I went home, I tell my family what happened. They tell me the story is scary. And when I was staying at home, luckily, nothing followed me back. Till today, I will never know who called me or what is that nurse figure I see, or who accompanied me when I called the nurse call button. Was it a dream or was it real? But now I believe in all these superstitious things. Thank you for watching Supernatural Stories. That was the story from Afik about his father who stayed in an old hospital in Johor Bahru. Thank you for watching and good night.